course selection process for the diploma program. Now that you are entering 11th grade, you will have the opportunity to select the IB subjects that you will study over the next 2 years. This video is intended to be a tool to learn more about the course options. In addition to this video, you should talk with your teachers to discuss which courses would be a good fit for you to pursue. Also, you should consult with the course selection brochure that you were given to learn more details about the subjects and courses that are offered. Now let's get into the courses.
The International Baccalaureate Diploma Program is a very rigorous, academically challenging program for students in the 11th and 12th grade at the IAM, which prepares them not only for success at the university, but also in life. The students take 6 classes, which prepares them for the breadth and depth of their studies. And in each of these areas, students are choosing whether they are taking it at the higher level, HL, or the standard level, SL. Then the central part to the IB philosophy is what we call the IB Learner Profile. And it is a set of 10 characteristics which are instilled in the students every day in every one of their classes.
From taking IB English, students will learn about what it means to be human. I think that, when you read literature and poetry and plays, those things teach us about ourselves. It pushes us deeply into the real world and allows us to question things and see things from a different point of view. Also, I think they'll learn to write, obviously. What's so great about IB English at this school is that we teach them to write not just for English, but for college and for many other disciplines. And also they will learn to speak and argue their points effectively. I think the skills that will be developed will be to communicate. That's one great thing about IB English is the assessments demand that students be excellent speakers and excellent writers, and they do both under pressure. So they have to speak under pressure, and then they can perform, they can organize their thoughts for a more polished piece. And the same with writing. They'll learn to write under pressure, how to organize an essay that will yield the best results. And then it also gives them a chance to polish writing and to do the drafting process. They always like acting out the plays. We read several works of drama, and anytime we can get students out of their seats acting, they really seem to enjoy that. And I think acting out the plays that we do is a big draw for students. We recommend all students take IB English at a higher level because the difference in English is so minute, you may as well get college credit if you take it. So typically we have 100% of our students take HL English, and we've had very good results. So I think it's something that students, even if they don't consider themselves a strong English student, they should take HL English because the difference is so small.
By studying courses in IB Science, students will become aware of how scientists work, communicate, and talk with each other. Students will develop methods and techniques in working with science technology. They'll develop an ability to analyze, evaluate, and synthesize scientific information. They'll develop effective collaboration and communication skills during all of our science activities. And they'll develop problem-solving and critical thinking skills. In addition to covering all the concepts that we taught in freshman and sophomore years, biology, chemistry, and physics classes cover the traditional topics you might learn in a first-year college course. All of our courses highlight hands-on activities where we do lots of experimentation. Lots of them are exploratory, where we play with fun stuff, and we go outside and have a great time. I really enjoy interacting with the sciences and not just having stuff on a board and doing paper assignments. Like, we get a chance to talk and have a great time and do stuff, which is great.
My name is Evan Carden. I teach IB Environmental Systems and Societies. So IB Environmental Systems and Societies is a unique course where students investigate the world's most pressing environmental concerns. From climate change and resource usage to ecosystems and food sustainability, students' understanding of these different global issues is used to develop solutions through a local lens. ESS is an interdisciplinary course, so we're doing the same skills and activity and observations and research from a traditional science class, but we're also including aspects of sociology, political science, even TOK and humanities, and we're looking at global issues from a really well-rounded perspective. The ideal student to take IB, Environmental Systems and Societies, is really students who are interested in investigating some of the biggest issues on Earth, but willing to think about solutions outside the box. The highlight of this course, we get outside, we do field trips, we do a lot of hands-on investigations, surveys, stewardship, improving the school grounds. So it's really a wide range of activities in ESS.
All the trig and geometry is in blue, all of the stats is in yellow. Hi, my name is Mark Tapp. I'm here to talk about the 3 choices that students have for mathematics in their 11th and 12th grade year. We have 2 separate course sequences, one known as Analysis and Approaches, which we offer at an SL and an HL level, and another course known as Applications and Interpretations, which is currently offered at the SL level. So one thing to keep in mind is that all 3 of the courses will focus on key historical math areas like numbers and algebra, functions, trig and geometry. All students will be exposed to stats. They'll also get some experience with calculus. All 3 exams, or all 3 courses I should say, do have external exams. The Analysis and Approaches have courses which are non-calculator tests as well as calculator tests, but the Applications and Interpretation course is going to be a calculator-based test for all of its external exams. All 3 courses are also required to write a math exploration, which, for lack of a better term, is a math research paper where students will design a topic, do some research in an area they've studied, and put together a paper to demonstrate their understanding of the topic and how it applies to an area of their choice. So all 3 courses have similar expectations, but they do vary in difficulty. The difference between the 2 courses is that Analysis and Approaches in the SL and HL are more of a traditional pure mathematics course, and it is for students who are focused on career paths in college areas of study that are going to be a very heavy calculus focus. There's a lot of algebra manipulation that happens in the non-calculator setting of that analysis course, which makes it more of a pure mathematics in that sense. The Applications and Interpretations choice gives students a little bit more flexibility in terms of looking at how math is applied in various areas. It does definitely expand into the statistics far more than our traditional courses have here. So students who are headed into career paths or college areas of studies that are going to require more statistics, they're given the opportunity to do more with technology and apply what they learn about statistics and interpret that for applications they're going to find in future career uses. So students and parents alike do need to be very aware of possibilities of where they're headed in career paths, but both paths, I should say, do offer students exposure to calculus. They offer exposure to statistics. It's just the depth within each. But in the math department, we do put recommendations in writing that also look at other things like their previous math scores, what other DP courses they are taking in terms of how well they can balance that workload. And then we also provide a placement score based on a non-calculator placement test that we give students early in 2nd semester of 10th grade so that they can get a feel for that algebraic manipulation and the non-calculator aspect so that they have an understanding of what the expectations are. And we put those things in writing to help make the decision-making process easier for students and a little bit more manageable, but ultimately it is their choice, especially between the Analysis SL and the Applications SL.
Some of the highlights of the course are students learn about the cultures and styles of music from around the world and throughout history. They gain in-depth understandings of theoretical elements within music, how the music works, and they explore the developments of music technology over time. Some skills they learn in IB Music are in the areas of research, performance, and creation conventions, specifically through aspects of music theory and composition of music through notation software and GarageBand. The highlights are definitely making a deeper connection to the music-making experience within their regular ensemble classes of band and choir, building of the relationships through the creation of art as it relates to the final portfolio, which is a cumulative project new this year based on the large group performance-based classes and the music creation done in IB Music. And a very manageable HL option that includes a presentation on discoveries made within one of the 3 realms of the course: researcher, creator, and performer.
I'm from Nagel. I teach German, and I'm going to talk about all of the IB languages that we offer here. The most important knowledge that the students will gain from taking IB language is a thorough understanding of the language and the cultures that speak that language. We really get to talk about everything in the languages, we just do it in those languages. So there are 5 themes that we explore over the course of the 2 years of the DP program, and we get to talk about identities, experiences, human ingenuity is one of the themes, environment issues, all kinds of things within the language itself. In doing so, the students are able to achieve a fairly high level of fluency, which is a very nice skill for them to have moving forward in life. A lot of our students go on to study the language further at the university and major or minor in the language as well. And they really gain this global perspective of what it means to be a speaker of the language, and how to interact with people of different cultures. The skills that we work on primarily in IB language are reading, writing, speaking, and listening, and we do all of that within the context of culture. So they really get to work on a little bit of everything along the time that they're in the DP languages. The highlights of IB language would be getting to talk about really a variety of topics just in the target language. Students really get to find things that they're interested in and work with those ideas and communicate them in a new language, in a new setting, which is really exciting. For our students, we also travel every other year with the languages, and that's always a highlight for the students and for the teachers as well. And then really them being able to achieve that high level of fluency is really the best part of taking the language, I think.
Fundamentally, economics is about the study of scarcity and how societies deal with the problem of having scarce resources. So studying economics, people are going to figure out how societies and even individuals make decisions dealing with the scarce resources that they have. And they're going to look at things like the efficient use of those resources, the equity in their distribution, and sustainability of how they use them. They're going to look at the interdependence of different people and different societies, and really the idea is to kind of learn to think like an economist when looking at the way the world works. Students get a wide range of skills in economics. They've got to deal with the critical thinking skills, with their quantitative reasoning skills, with written communication skills. Really, they're taking a whole range of different skills and kind of putting them together to kind of holistically approach different problems in the world and kind of propose solutions to those problems. So economics helps us understand things like current events and international relations and politics and history. And I mean, really, you can dig a little deeper and get into understanding healthcare and education, all really big issues. But if we look at it from an economic perspective, we can see that economics has got its hands in everything. And so understanding, the basic theories of economics helps us kind of understand the way the world works as a whole. So the ideal IB Econ student would be somebody who just has a curiosity about how the world works. It's not just for somebody who's into business or finance, although there's definitely a relationship there. It's something that goes well beyond that. Studying economics really has applications in just about everything. Having a basic understanding of economics is crucial in just about any kind of a major that one goes on to pursue in college. And so this gives us a little taste of both your micro and your macroeconomics here. But beyond that, just if you have a curiosity about how things work, then economics is a good place to start.
My name is Kyle Johnson, and I am the IB theater teacher. Fine arts are so vitally important to the development of internationally minded members of society. And I believe the beauty of theater is that it holds a truly unique position within that sphere. I mean, the arts are always a reflection of the time and society from which they come, and the amazing thing about IB theater is that it's not just an appreciation course. I mean, students get to research and learn about theater traditions from all around the world and all throughout history. Now, they then have the amazing opportunity to put their learning into action by actually getting up and creating theater with it. So they have the chance to see, not only how different styles from different times and places compare to one another, but how they can actually complement each other in making bold statements through their art. And and offering the ability to touch a broader audience with what they create. Now through this process, they gain in-depth understandings of various theorists. They have the chance to explore conventions necessary for staging a play, and they discover ways to devise theater collaboratively. Now, all of this is done through the development of skills in the areas of research, performance, and production conventions, specific aspects of theater, and the actual staging of theater. I would say highlights of this course include the unique bonds that are formed between people who create art together, and just insights into the human experience that come from studying theater. The ideal IB theater student really is everyone. I always tell everyone, send them to drama club or send them to theater, and they're going to learn more about themselves and about humanity. But specific, I guess, traits we would be looking for is just an openness to learning as much as you can about society and about the human condition, and being able to present that to people. And you don't necessarily have to be someone who likes to get up in front of people and present and act. It's really more about the study and the understanding of what human nature leads people to create together. And there are all different kinds of aspects of presenting that through directing, lighting, sound. Anyone really who's comfortable with doing anything is going to be able to succeed.
An important part of the DP program is what IB refers to as the core. The core includes TOK, Theory of Knowledge, which is a capstone course. All students have to take Theory of Knowledge, and it is a course that explores how we know what we know. The second part of the core is CAS, Creativity, Activity, and Service. It's a self-directed project where students engage in creative activities and volunteering and ultimately create some kind of project. And then EE, or the extended essay, which is a self-directed independent research project that culminates into an essay. These three components make up the IB's core, and it's what differentiates IB from a lot of traditional rigorous programs like AP.
Thank you for taking the time to view this video and consider your course selection options. As a reminder, please take the time to meet with your teachers to discuss your course selections, as well as take a look at the course selection brochure. We look forward to you continuing your educational journey at the IAM as you enter the IB Diploma program.